We're going to start with an introduction to marketing. And the first thing I want you to know is that when people hear marketing, most people automatically assume that marketing is synonymous with either selling or advertising or both. While it's true that selling and advertising are both part of marketing, they're just small parts of our overall whole. And so first thing we need to do is look at some definitions of marketing so we have a better understanding of what marketing entails. And it really does involve a lot of different things. American Marketing Association had a definition for marketing that was used for many decades. The definition said, marketing is a process of planning and executing the conception, pricing, promotion, and distribution of ideas, goods, and services to create exchanges that satisfy individual and organizational objectives. There's a few things I want to call out. First, that marketing is a process of planning and executing. So it's something involved that many people within an organization do. The other thing to keep in mind is that there are objectives or goals that are trying to be met for both the organization in terms of being profitable, but also in terms of serving the needs of their customers. So customers need to be satisfied in order for them to see value and purchase the product for the business to survive. And then we find the 4 Ps. So the conception of ideas, goods, and services relates to product. There's pricing, there's promotion, and then there's distribution, or in our language, place. So in every definition of marketing, you'll find these common attributes. The definition was revised recently. Here is the new one. Marketing is an organizational function and set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value to customers and for managing customer relationships in ways that benefit the organization and its stakeholders. You'll see that it's gotten bigger and broader in that it's a set of processes for creating, communicating, and delivering value. So there's lots going on by the organization and its employees to deliver good marketing services within an organization. We see the organizations called out specifically, relationships and customer relationships. So it's not only transactional in that we would like the customer to buy the product once, but we'd like to satisfy their needs and have them come back time and time again when they have the same needs. So we're developing a relationship over time. And now beyond the organization and its customers, we're also explicitly looking to the external community and trying to meet the needs of the stakeholders as well. Although the 4 Ps aren't as explicit as they were in the past definition, you'll also see that they're here. So creating value is through products, communicating value is through promotion, and delivering value is through pricing and through place. It's just a little bit more active in terms of its expression, but the 4 Ps are in this definition and they'll be in every definition. So the textbook has an additional definition of marketing, and I wanted to show you a bunch of different ones so that you'll see that there is no correct or precise definition, but that they all share these common attributes, that it's an organizational function that delivers value through the 4 Ps to meet the needs of the organization, its customers, and its stakeholders. So now we're going to look at a few terms, and we use these terms all the time because many times when we talk about marketing, we think about products that we may not need or want or use. And we all have those types of products. We all have that junk drawer that has things that we purchased but really never quite used. But now we can think about them very explicitly in what they precisely mean, these terms. So let's go through them in turn. So the first term is needs. Needs are states of felt depression. They don't change. So needs are things like hunger, thirst. They're all universal. We all have them. And the way I like to think about them is we all have like little meters for hunger, for thirst, and when we're satisfied, then everything is fine. And then once we become depleted, then in our body there's some type of alert or red line, something that says to us, hey, you're thirsty, you need to grab some water. But the one thing to remember about needs is that they're all shared. You and I have the same needs. They at different activations, and that some of us might be full, some of us might be at a medium level, and some of us might be at depletion, but the needs are the same. What is different between you and I are wants. So needs are shaped by experiences and personalities to be translated into wants, and wants come from a number of different places. They can be learned over time. what we've experienced, where we've either had a positive experience or a negative experience, has taught us how to satisfy our needs in the future. So if we had a good experience, then next time we have the same need, we'll look to that same product to satisfy that need. And if we had a negative one, then we know that we don't want to try it again. We're going to try something new. And where you can also learn by reading and being exposed to new information that says, oh, next time you're thirsty, water is great, but you might also want to just try the sports beverage. It has additional ingredients that may satisfy your thirst better. Demands are what we actually purchase. So you've heard the expression, you don't always get what you want, and that refers to the fact that, yeah, maybe there is something we would particularly want, but it just may not be available to us at a given moment in time. It just literally may not be available at a retail location at which we are in, or it just may be that we can't afford it, or there might be another thing that blocks purchase. So demand is what we actually buy. Clearly, marketers want us to demand what we want and be able to purchase the things that we know will satisfy our needs, but sometimes we will have to make sacrifices and choose something different. So demands are what we actually purchase that are available and affordable to us. So as we start this course, some things to keep in mind. Marketers do not sell products. In reality, what they do is look to customer needs, wants, and demands. And a great company that has really had a good understanding of this is Coca-Cola. Their mission statement is to be within arm's reach of every person in the world at every thirst occasion. So they don't start with the product, they start with the need, which is thirst, and then they have built a product portfolio around different beverages that satisfy thirst at different times during the day. So milk in the morning, maybe a Coca-Cola Zero in the afternoon, and then a tea beverage in the evening. The goal of marketing is to provide goods and services that exceed customer expectations and create customer satisfaction. If successful, they'll be financially rewarded for doing so. So think about Starbucks, for example. We all know that that's not the cheapest cup of coffee that we can buy, but yet many of us choose to go there and pay a premium. Why do we do that? We do that because we're satisfied. We're satisfied by the beverage and the quality and the taste, but we may be also satisfied by how friendly the employees are, how inviting the environment is, and that they provide a place for us to sit to do work. And customer satisfaction is very important for customers because customers will reward companies for providing those services to them. And companies care about it because of that financial reward. So satisfied customers are very loyal. They're loyal 95% of the time. They will migrate to competitors because of many different reasons. Sometimes people move, sometimes there's a cheaper offering and people are willing to make a sacrifice on service to get a better price. But overwhelmingly, when you are satisfied, you are loyal and willing to go back to a company. On top of that, you're willing to refer the company to others. So before the days of social media where we all had hundreds and thousands of followers, the statistics show that we were willing to tell on average 3 other people about our good experiences. So I think now we can safely say that's much more of a number, but the basic point is the same, that if you're satisfied, then you're willing to recommend that experience to your friends and to your family. And beyond that, you're less price sensitive, so you're willing to pay more. On the flip side, dissatisfied customers stop buying, and they migrate at a rate of 40%. So 60% still stay around. People stay around when they're dissatisfied. Maybe they're locked in by contract, maybe there's not another alternative, or that other alternative is more expensive. But a migration rate of 40% is still very high and would be very worrisome for a company if that were the case. And what's more amazing is that those people, regardless of whether they leave or they don't tell the company that they're unhappy. So if the company doesn't know that they're dissatisfied and what the reason behind that dissatisfaction is, they're not able to correct the problem. And these people do complain to others. They overwhelmingly tell more people. So again, prior research has said on average, they let 11 other people know about their problems. And you know that many people go to Twitter and Facebook and Instagram to complain. So when somebody's unhappy, they want other people to hear their complaints, and those complaints affect other people and their purchase behavior.